everyone, welcome back. Another one of those days. But anyhow, I had a question, not from someone on YouTube, but someone I know, and they were looking to source local produce, whatever. And this is a question I get a lot, and this is a subject that I've done videos on in the past, but here's a refresher course. The question was, do we grow organic produce? And the answer to that is no, we do not. We grow conventional. Well, the follow-up question is, what's the difference? And I explained to them that to be certified organic, we would need to use a naturally occurring pesticides, and we would need to use OMRI approved soil amendments, natural soil amendments. Whereas conventionally we can use natural or synthetic. And they said, well, okay, what's the difference between that? I said, of course, synthetic is man-made. A lot of times it's copies of the naturally occurring chemistry, but with quote unquote improvements in it. It lasts longer, and it's maybe more effective. Well, when I said lasts longer, they said, well, so you have more pesticide residue. I said, not necessarily. If I spray a synthetic that lasts for 5 days versus a natural that lasts for 2 days, I have to apply the natural every 2 days, where I apply the synthetic every 5 days. You know, it's one of those things. Now, is there anything wrong with organic? No. Is there anything wrong with conventional? No. I don't get into that. It's a philosophy. I don't get into that. It's a religion. I don't get into anything other than it's a method. Another reason that we don't grow here is our local market won't sustain it. And people look at me and say, well, where I live, you know, we've got 2 rather large areas that organics are in high demand. We also have a lot of organic production. So it's one of those things that, you know, I don't think it'll command it. Okay, another question that, you know, and this was during a conversation. Well, why don't you do it anyhow? Because you can sell it for a higher premium. True, to some degree. The issue is the input side is so much more higher, and the labor requirement so much more higher, that the way I work part-time, way I work full-time, farm part-time, actually doing both full-time, but, you know, splitting hairs there, it's just not feasible for me in my operation to do it. Now, like I said, I don't go off on organics versus conventional. You know, it's one of those things, do what you want to, but we run into a situation, particularly on that subject, that everyone eats, so everyone's involved in agriculture. So what everyone eats, suddenly they're an expert on how it got to their table. Ask a farmer. Don't ask the Joe Blow, the blogger, that's got some article about you know, food or whatever, that's never stepped foot on a farm, whether it be organic or conventional. Ask the people who know. Ask the people that know what it takes to do both. Ask your organic growers, ask your conventional growers. One thing that always comes up, and without fail, when I have this conversation with a customer or a client or anybody that's having this conversation, well, is the naturally occurring pesticides safer? And I always respond with this question: rattlesnake venom is 100% natural. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's safe. I'm not saying they use rattlesnake venom on produce. That's not where I'm going. But it's a question that comes up often. I've done a couple videos on it, and before it's done, I'll probably do a couple more. But we do not grow organically. We use a mix. I try to take the best method from both and make my own method, and that's what I recommend everyone do. Take a blend, mix it up, make you a vegetable soup. What works best for you? What works best for your farm? How you do it, etc., etc., etc. That will always, what works best for you. If you do it, it will work best for you. That's the best policy to have. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you see a video you like, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question or a comment, please do so. We're going to go check and see if we got any baby calves. Talk to you later.